17-year-old Lyra had spent her life in the colony's dusty outskirts on the planet Althera, her life as mundane as any teenager's in the middle of nowhere. With stars twinkling above and strange alien creatures flitting through the tall red grasses, Althera had a quiet, mysterious beauty. But to her, it was just another planet that she'd long dreamed of leaving behind. But tonight was different. As she explored an overgrown path near the edge of an ancient ruin she'd never seen before, her eyes caught a glint of metallic light coming from a dark crevice in the ground. Curious, she climbed down, gingerly stepping through the foliage, her heart thundering as she reached into the shadows and brushed her fingers across something cold, smooth, and polished. She barely breathed as she uncovered a suit of armor, alien in design, shimmering with an eerie, iridescent glow. The armor seemed alive, as if it were calling to her. Without thinking, Lyra slipped her hand into one of the gauntlets, and it latched around her wrist with a gentle hum. Before she could second-guess herself, the entire suit shifted, almost sensing her presence, and locked around her body piece by piece. The armor wasn't just protective, it felt like an extension of her own body, weightless and powerful. An ancient voice echoed in her mind. "Are you ready, young one?" it asked, soft yet filled with an unearthly strength. "Ready for what?" she whispered aloud, heart racing. The voice chuckled. "Ready to take on the mantle of the Battle Cat, the fiercest defender of Althera. For thousands of years, no one has donned this armor. But now, it has chosen you." The ground trembled beneath her feet. She could feel the power pulsing through her as memories, not her own, flooded her mind. Images of battles, of alien legions, and of a long-forgotten war flared behind her eyes, as if the armor itself were revealing its past. With every flash, Lyra felt more and more connected to this legendary warrior spirit that had slumbered within the armor for millennia. Her mind struggled to process everything. "Battle Cat?" she asked, trying to steady her breath. "Yes," the voice replied with pride. "A hybrid form, both warrior and creature, unmatched in speed, agility, and strength. You'll be able to become something more than human, something with the reflexes and instincts of Althera's most fearsome predator." Before she could react, her vision blurred and her senses sharpened. She became aware of everything around her, every flicker of movement, every scent, every sound, as if she were part of the alien landscape herself. And then she felt her form shift, the armor seamlessly extending into sleek, feline limbs with claws and senses far sharper than her human form. She had become the Battle Cat. The earth rumbled again, and with her heightened senses, she detected the reason: an approaching alien fleet. Her newfound instincts took over, and she darted forward, running faster and quieter than any creature on Althera. She sprinted toward the colony, where the alien threat loomed. "Who are they?" she asked the armor, hoping for answers. "The Tralax," the armor replied gravely. "They were the ones who nearly brought Althera to ruin before the Battle Cat emerged to stop them. And now, they've returned." As she approached the colony's edge, Lyra noticed the first wave of Tralax soldiers descending from sleek ships. Her heart pounded with the thrill of her new power. She was fast, agile, and deadly, a fusion of warrior and creature, cloaked in the armor of legend. Without hesitation, she lunged at the closest alien, claws slashing through its armor. Her movements were a blur, the instincts of the Battle Cat guiding her strikes. The Tralax, stunned by her ferocity, scrambled to form ranks, but it was no use. She was everywhere at once, weaving between them, taking down one after another. Her heart roared, her every fiber buzzing with the power of her alien armor. But the Tralax were relentless. More soldiers poured from their ships, each more heavily armored than the last. A looming figure stepped out, larger and more imposing, his armor gleaming with an insignia she didn't recognize. He must have been a commander, and he had a weapon aimed directly at her. The commander sneered, his voice dripping with disdain. "So, the legendary Battle Cat has returned," he snarled. "But you're nothing more than a human child." Lyra smirked. Crouching low, feeling the battle instincts of the armor intensify. Maybe, but I'm more than enough for you. With a primal cry, she leapt at him, dodging blasts as she closed the distance. Their clash was fierce, and the commander was skilled, but Lyra fought with the fury of Althera itself. Her claws found an opening, slashing through his armor, and with a final, resounding blow, she sent him crashing to the ground. The remaining Tralax, seeing their leader defeated, turned and fled. Victory was hers. As the dust settled, Lyra stood in the midst of the battlefield, her breathing heavy, her heart pounding with triumph. The colony's inhabitants, who had been watching in awe, erupted in cheers. She had defended them, just as the Battle Cat had once protected Althera so long ago. The ancient voice returned, soft and proud. You have earned the title of the Battle Cat, Lyra. Althera is safe once more, thanks to you. And with that, the armor shimmered and gently released its hold, leaving Lyra standing in her human form once again. The legend of the Battle Cat would live on, but now it lived within her.